10 years of marriage and my wife cheated on me with a friend of her video games. I finally found the evidence. I am really hurt and I just don't know. I've been married for almost 10 years and I met her through a video game. We talked online in the game for a long time and then it went from there. She moved from her family to be with me and later we got married. We were a lot younger and as I got older, work and life got more complicated so I gave up games. We even have a kid. She didn't give up games. She still works full-time and plays 7 hours or more a day, every day. That really should have been my first clue. We have never had an amazing marriage. I find myself yelling at her a lot to help out. It's always been that way even before I gave up video games. I do a majority of the cooking, cleaning, shopping, child care and more. I make at least 90% and have a full-time job, while she plays. A few days ago, I was looking for something and it was innocent. I found a book which I thought my wife was using to write about work. I opened it up and the first page I read, my wife wrote that she had fallen for 2 men in the game she plays. That she loves them more than me. Neither are in the same country as us. I confronted her about it but I never got a truthful answer, just blamed me for pushing her away. I know she probably didn't even kiss them since they live so far away but my trust and belief in everything is broken right now. She claims she didn't cheat and I don't know. But she was using video and audio chats while playing a lot. I would assume he became intimate at some moment, and during the period your book mentions them our intimate life improved dramatically, so how much was this? Does it have to be intimate to be unfaithful? I am so confused and hurt right now. Emotional affairs are still affairs. OP, thank you all. I had to Google emotional affairs. I really never knew it was a thing, but it really helped put a face to my problem. I still have a lot to figure out but at least I feel like I am not alone now. I didn't think I would be the only one but now at least I feel like I am not, if that means something. Thank you. She definitely cheated emotionally. How would she feel if you said you fell in love with a coworker? I'm willing to bet that it won't make her jump for joy. Did she spend time and emotional energy on men who are not her husband? Yes, she did, so she cheated on you. You are not now, nor have you ever been, a priority for her since you married. She will not properly appreciate you until you divorce her. Update 1. My wife asked me if I wanted to use Tinder. I'm still piecing things together, but I just remembered something from several years ago. I thought I was in a dead bedroom at the time, but my wife was talking to other men. Well, one weekend I was complaining about our situation and she offered to let me use Tinder. I thought long and hard about it and took a look at it, but never used it. I thought long and hard but kept thinking, this will ruin my marriage even if she approves, so I didn't do it. I loved my wife at the time and it wasn't worth it. Looking back, all I can say is she wanted to lessen her guilt or catch me and blame me for the marriage. 3 years later, update 2. I found more and that's not all I knew. My wife went to visit her side of the family and I decided to snoop again. Last minute she left her computer which she always brings with her so I decided to take a look. It's not my first time but last time I was cut short and I couldn't save anything. I found more than I bargained for. I knew my wife had been talking to men online but apparently she started before we had our son and this was news to me. It continued after but I knew about then. It wasn't the conversations with the men that I was reading either, it was her talking to friend about it. From what I can glean so I still need to dig for those. But the short list is, she spent a lot of time ridiculing me in bed, the carpet does match the drapes, so pics were shared, not sure if she sent anybody. DD, I am only good for jewelry, I am completely to blame, my wife's affair is justified, she contacted a divorce attorney and she was working up more lies to get full custody, more importantly support, and alimony. I broke down and immediately texted my wife, we need to talk. I wanted a real conversation when we got back but I was seeing red at this point. I should have waited but I couldn't. For the next 2 days, as she read his messages, she texted him with all her stuff. Of course, she was furious that I had violated her privacy, but good riddance. She denied it all, but eventually I started sending her the chat log so she knew I didn't do it, and unless she was a complete idiot, she knew. That was last week and I am now sitting at home. My wife is here and has been a perfect angel for days as if nothing happened and trying to repair the damage. I cannot look her in the eye. I'm cordial by nature so as long as my mother-in-law is around nothing is going to happen and it's super awkward, well, complicated her and her daughter. And my wife doesn't know I have been in contact with my attorney all month. I've got big plans ahead for my attorney so just hoping my attorney can handle it. 3 years ago you made first infidelity-related post and you are still here. Understand that you just lost 3 years of your life to nothing. Tell her you are sad for what happened before. Do not show your card now, don't tell her about this new information. You have the advantage that she doesn't know that you know about the iceberg. OP, put your poker face hat on and speak first with a lawyer. Right, no, she is ahead of you, but you can change the table. Edit, sorry I did not read the last part. Now you are ahead, OP. Do not tip her. Tell her you are sad about work, family, etc., and say that you think got COVID, so you can sleep separately. You're doing great. Keep moving forward. She's livid because of her privacy. You should have told her that you're livid for her cheating and using you as a bank. Nice that you're not taking her BS and contacted your lawyer. Please give us updates. This is the time when exit strategy is front and center. The level disrespect you have uncovered is justification for any course of action you decide. When you take vows and share a life with someone else, it is presumed that everything within the union is not private to the parties involved. It sounds like having the MIL present is a deflection/intercession to defect/prevent you from taking any action. Assemble a gauntlet and make your WS traverse it. Don't entertain gaslighting, manipulating behavior, or be swayed by love bombing or tears of regret. Take all steps necessary to protect yourself and your children from this toxic individual. Best of luck for a positive outcome. Did you make copies of all her messages? If so, get those to your attorney. This could help in custody of the children. As you know, cheaters will lie. That is just par for the course. Get a DNA test for your child. Get an STD test for yourself. I hope that what you have written below is true. It wasn't the conversations with the men that I read either, but that she talked about it with her friends. From what I could tell, I have yet to investigate. But the short list is, she spent a lot of time ridiculing me in bed, the carpet matches the drapes, so pictures were shared. I'm not sure if she sent any, but he did. I'm only good for jewelry, I'm entirely to blame, my wife's affair is justified, she contacted a divorce attorney and was preparing more lies to get full custody, most importantly child support, and alimony. I broke down and immediately texted my wife, we need to talk. I wanted a real conversation when we got back, but I was seeing red at this point. I should have waited, but I couldn't. For the next 2 days, while she was reading her messages, I texted her all her stuff. Of course, she was furious that I had violated her privacy, but oh well. She denied it all, but eventually I started sending her the chat log so she knew I hadn't done it, and unless she was a complete idiot, she knew. That was last week, and now I'm sitting at home. My wife is here and has been a perfect angel for days, like nothing happened, and trying to make amends. I can't look her in the eye. I'm cordial by nature, so as long as my mother-in-law is here nothing is going to happen, and it's super awkward, well, complicated, her and her daughter. And my wife doesn't know that I've been in contact with my lawyer all month. I have big plans ahead with my lawyer, so I just hope my lawyer can handle it. I hope it's part of your past over. Good luck.